Welcome to this Behind the Music edition of Daily Hope. If you've been listening regularly, you know that these usually come on Saturday. But starting in May, we're going to have a new schedule. And so my editions are going to be on Friday now. So just a little heads up. Next week, I'll be on Friday. If you want to tune in then, I'd love to join you. As I talked about last week, we are exploring the book of Mark. This week, we're looking at Mark chapter 2, and it talks about how Jesus went and he had dinner with tax collectors. He had just called one of his disciples. He went back to his house to have some dinner, and the Jewish leaders looked around and they said, "What is he doing? Why is he eating with tax collectors and sinners?" They would never be seen doing that. That just wasn't appropriate. And what did Jesus say? He said, "Those who are well have no need of a physician. I came to call the sinners, not the righteous," right? He went to the people who needed him, the people who wanted him. Over the last year, we've had a lot of emphasis on sickness. There's been COVID-19. We've talked about vaccines, wearing masks, what to do. We've had to stay home. We've had to work from home. We've had to have school at home. We haven't been able to interact with our friends and do all the things that we normally would do. It's been a challenging year. So during this challenging time, what have you been doing to stay safe? Not physically safe, because we're doing the best that we can, but what about your mental health? For me, it's music. Facebook has been reminding me over the last few weeks that last year at this time, I was coming to this organ and I was sitting down and I was playing and I was recording pieces of music and I was sharing it with people. I felt so helpless. There was lockdown, it was strange. We sort of had new normal now, but a year ago it was all very new. And I would just come here and I would play Bach, and there was something about the music of Bach that would speak to my soul, and I wanted to share that with other people so that hopefully they could also be blessed by his music. So this week, as I was thinking about what to play for Postlude and what to share with you, my mind went to Bach. He wrote a piece called Fantasia in G, and it was something that he wrote in the early 1700s, probably the beginning of his Weimar period. And it's in the key of G major, which is a happy key, but it has some solemn, melancholy moments that speak to me when I'm feeling a little bit down. So this piece is divided into 3 sections. It starts at the beginning with this free and fast hands playing all these broken chords. Doodle-loo, doodle-loo. Let me play it for you. And it goes on like this, and there's no pedal. It's just hands doing these very rapid figures. And then it comes to my favorite part of the piece. And we're playing along, doodle-doo, doodle-doo, free, 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 and then all of a sudden, here comes the pedal. And it goes on and on like that. It's a very long, very grand. It's marked grave, which is broad and slow, and it's just so gorgeous. He uses the full organ, both the stops, the pedals are going low, the hands are going high, and it just really encompasses the full organ sound. And it just, that transfer, let me play it for you. When it goes from the light, quick notes to the full grave section with 5 voices playing a full organ, might be one of my absolute favorite places in music ever. I just love it. You have this fast running things, you don't know what's happening, and all of a sudden, boom, we're grounded. Remember, we talked about having a foundation, right? We have to have that foundation. That's going to help with our deeper healing there. And then we go on with this melancholy grave section for quite a while. As it comes to the end, it's not our typical cadence. Here we have. Now you might think it would go here, right? Back home. That's a fancy place to go. We like that. But instead, this is what Bach does. Ooh, that's uncomfortable. We don't want to stay there. How do you think he concludes it? He does this cool running coda. And it goes on like this, running notes, the pedals just keeping a nice steady beat for us. And that's how it ends. We start fun, we get introspective, and then at the end we have to remember it's okay, right? It's all going to be okay. It's not about here we have deeper healing. So this week, I hope you find a way, not just for spiritual healing, but also how to keep some joy in your life during these hard times as we're still wondering where, should we wear a mask? Should we not? Should we go here? Should we not? Should we see them? Should we not? Lots of things to think about. And I hope the Bach is a little blessing in your life. It's always a joy for me to get to share with you. And I look forward to talking to you again next week.